CIID Research and University of Newcastle researchers created an immersive experience for 8 experts in heritage from European museums to tackle a difficult scenario that could exist in our future. Based on research about current trends, indicators and technologies, we imagine a future where museums are so overwhelmed by the amount of items that should count as European heritage that they can no longer keep their full collections and must delete 20% of it every year. To figure out what to delete and how this challenge would affect the museum experience of this future, on the day of the workshop, our experts formed the Deletion Bureau. We used speculative design and design fiction methods to create materials for this future, such as newspapers, films, and a series of physical prototypes to immerse our participants in this future scenario. 2 major tasks were designed to stimulate debate and push our participants to articulate their values and visions for the future of European heritage. In the first task, the Deletion Bureau negotiated about what kinds of heritage items they should keep or discard. Each team in the Deletion Bureau created a conceptual algorithm for an artificial intelligence to help sort through the millions of items.
Yeah.
But is it here? Like
I think it's got lots of value.
symbolic and kind of impact. Yeah.
There are certain set of themes that it exemplifies questions of indigeneity, migrancy, borders, inside, outside territory, which I think are questions that are kind of urgent within Europe.
If the AI is not deleting it, time will.
In the second task, the Deletion Bureau reimagined the act of deletion. They transformed objects that could not keep in a typical form into alternative forms, such as the DNA that can build the object or a chip carried in a human's body. They created ways to re-experience these transformed objects, for if, in the future, we want to access their essential qualities again. Finally, the Deletion Bureau designed new types of museums and social interactions for these transformed objects.
Officially it means that you don't belong to any country, and this is the enabling factor.
Well, the thing is that we are not imagining that 20 years is enough time for the borders to be abolished.
Yeah.
But what is being abolished is the access to the cultural heritage itself. So the borders themselves are not abolished because we're still going to have visa regimes, which are still going to prevent some from going to Europe, but the objects will travel to them.
Moral implication, if you know that some other people are carrying something that you also like, or something that you might have chosen to carry with you, you might not want to harm them.
We created the Futurescaping workshop to explore the farthest edges of the issue of defining European heritage, putting ourselves beyond our usual mindsets and limits in order to focus on the essence.
It shows us what we project onto the digital, that we project an idea onto the digital that is, whether egalitarian, open, accessibility being whatever, which is not necessarily, even in the present, isn't possible, and it doesn't promise that for a very short time, but it is a projection. And I think that is where that shift actually happened, that it allowed us to what I call the scholarship of the future, that future moment. And there are always these little moments in the day with Joanna and with Mary, where you brought us back.
I have some mixed feelings to all of the presentations, because in a way it's an annihilation of real objects, and this worries me. I got scared a bit, maybe because I come from the country where 6 million people perished, half of them were Jewish, and it was a destruction not only of humans but also material heritage. So sometimes what's the only object that left after these people is a small spoon that is overgrown by a root, and we found it in a soil, in the earth. So all of these visions, yes, in a way they are funny, and of course I am aware of the convention we are here now, but also I got scared.
So how do those temporalities operate, especially around the kinds of erasure, not necessarily only as digital, but the kinds of erasure that happens when we as museums erase certain narratives from the Constitution of Europe as a space such as the colonial or the lives of the migrant for other celebratory narratives that we feel more comfortable with.